The violent reaction in Ferguson is a blow for organizations that call for peaceful protest. NAACP President and CEO Cornell William Brooks is with us now from Ferguson. Good morning.
Good morning.
So your reaction to this grand jury decision?
My reaction is one of deep sorrow and pain. This grand jury decision represents salt in the wound of a brutal injustice. The people in this community and across the country are quite simply saddened and outraged.
Mr. Brooks, when you hear that the physical evidence actually backs up Officer Wilson's version of the story, what do you say to that?
What I say to that is that the grand jury has spoken, but many people across the country are quite saddened and disappointed and lack confidence in the grand jury process, where you have prosecutors all across the country who question the process of dumping mountains of evidence into the laps of grand jurors. This is not a process that inspires confidence, but the critical question for us is, what do we do next? How do we move forward, and how do we bring about justice in the midst of injustice? That's the question.
That was exactly the question I wanted to ask you. So what is your answer?
Well, I think it's critically important that the Justice Department continue its investigation of the Ferguson Police Department and the St. Louis County Police Department. The NAACP is going to be marching from the home of Michael Brown in Ferguson to the home of the governor in Jefferson City. 100 miles, 7 days. We do not intend to relent. We do not intend to stop our call for a whole-scale, fundamental reform of policing in this country.
You know, Martin Luther King once said that a riot is the language of the unheard. Last night, the president appealed for calm in the streets, but the people who probably needed to hear it didn't hear it because they were out on the streets causing the violence. Nobody is winning in Ferguson today, Mr. Brooks. So what is your strategy? How do you keep the protests peaceful? And what is your message to the people who are causing the violence?
The message of the NAACP is quite simply this. We do not honor the memory of Michael Brown by engaging in acts of violence. It was violence that led to his death. We're calling on people in Ferguson, in Missouri, and across the country and joining us in a march from the home of Michael Brown in Ferguson to the home of the governor in Jefferson City. We're calling on people to push for a change in policing, a change in the way we police our communities. We're calling for legislative reform. We're calling for the kind of systemic, fundamental reform that can change this country and prevent future deaths. We have Michael Brown, we have Eric Garner, we have a litany and a list of young people who have lost their lives at the hands of police. This cannot be tolerated, it can't go on, and we have to step up and do something about it. And that we intend on doing.
All right, Cornell William Brooks, we thank you for joining us this morning.